He outside, he not happy. I'm outside and not happy. So that was the whole, process of okay. I'm sorry. Why your feelings be hurt like that? Okay. You're even crying.
Stop everything. This is not a drill. This is not a rumor. This is the moment the unbreakable finally broke. Just hours ago. Cameras caught Chrisean in a state no one has ever seen before. No screaming, no fighting, no defiance. Just silence. And then tears. Real tears. The kind that don't come from internet drama. The kind that come from a doctor closing a file and saying words that change your life. Forever. Sources are claiming a private medical diagnosis involving her son has shaken her world behind closed doors. And what? Leaked next sent social media into absolute chaos. A cryptic text message allegedly sent from her phone read, "They saying something wrong. I can't breathe." Minutes later, another message surfaced. "I should have listened." Listened to who? Because for months, the internet has been whispering, questioning, speculating. Viral clips showing developmental concerns. Fans arguing in comment sections. Critics accusing her of denial. Supporters screaming, "Mind your business." But now insiders are hinting that what was once dismissed as hate may have been something far more serious. And then came the audio. A short, shaky recording circulating online of a woman sobbing, repeating, "He outside. He not happy? I'm outside and not happy." The voice sounds eerily familiar. The pain undeniable. Was this the moment the diagnosis became real? Was this the second the strong, untouchable persona shattered? Because what doctors allegedly confirmed behind those closed doors isn't just a headline. It's a life-altering revelation. And if the leaked paperwork and insider messages are even half true, it could be the most devastating chapter in her story yet. But here's the twist no one saw coming. Someone close to her is talking, and what they're claiming about delayed appointments, ignored warnings, and a confrontation that ended in screaming could blow this situation wide open. This isn't gossip anymore. This is a storm, and it's only just beginning. The walls didn't start closing in when the cameras showed up. They started closing in weeks earlier, inside a sterile room where the air felt too quiet and the doctor's tone felt too careful. According to someone claiming to be present that day, Chrisean sat across from a specialist who had been reviewing evaluations for months. Not rumors, not internet clips. Formal developmental assessments, vision tracking, neurological screenings. And when the phrase significant delay was allegedly spoken out loud, everything shifted. She reportedly laughed at first, a short, disbelieving laugh. Then she asked the question that's now echoing across social media. Are you sure? Because for nearly 2 years, she had fought the narrative that something wasn't right. Every viral clip of her son struggling to hold his head up. Every comment pointing out missed milestones. Every repost of high-pitched cries that viewers described as not typical. She called it hate. She called it jealousy. She called it spiritual attack.
Obviously, I'm outside and not happy. So that was the whole, process of okay. I'm sorry. Why your feelings be hurt like that? Okay. You're even crying.
actual attack. But insiders are now claiming doctors had been recommending follow-ups long before this explosive moment, and that's where the betrayal begins. A former friend, the same one who allegedly cared for the baby during one of Chrisean's legal situations, has reportedly shared private messages that paint a very different picture. In screenshots circulating online, someone believed to be that friend wrote, "I told her months ago he needed early intervention. She said the internet would use it against her." Another message reads, "She didn't want that label on him." Label? That word is detonating across timelines because according to developmental experts, early therapy can make all the difference.
Blueface and Christian Rock have a baby. Let's start making bets now. Come on now, I'm calling. I got $5,000 that Christian Rock and Blueface have a baby. Baby gonna be dumb in the. They not gonna have a healthy baby. I got on it right now. I got $2,000. I got a side bet that the baby don't make it. I got a $2,000 side bet that they baby don't make it. I who want to bet? If it ain't gonna be, it's gonna be autistic. Or if it ain't be autistic, it's.
But pride can delay everything. And if what's being leaked is true, there were opportunities for quiet intervention that never happened. The internet didn't stay. Quiet old footage resurfaced overnight. Clips of Chrisean Rock on live streams while her son cried in the background. Comment sections flooded with viewers asking if he was okay. She snapped back, "Y'all not doctors?" In one particularly viral moment, she insisted he was advanced, claiming he was smarter than people realized. Now critics are replaying those statements side by side with alleged medical summaries highlighting concerns about motor skills and vision. Response. Then came the supposed hospital note. Blurry, partially redacted, impossible to fully verify.
What he diagnosed with? What he look like? What he sound like? Y'all don't know nothing about God. Y'all don't know nothing about nothing. You talking to me like that? So I rebuke everything y'all saying about my child. To be honest. But I like this, bro. You know why? Cause all the glory to God, bro.
But the words developmental delay and specialist referral appears circled in red ink. Within minutes of it hitting Twitter, hashtags began trending. Supporters called it fake. Detractors called it confirmation. And somewhere in the middle of that digital war zone, a mother was reportedly unraveling. An insider claims that after leaving the appointment, Chrisean Rock sat in her car for nearly an hour without moving. No music, no phone calls, just silence. Then she allegedly dialed someone close to her and said, "They're trying to say he might never." The sentence cut off in the leak, but the implications spread like wildfire. Never what? Never speak. Never see clearly. Never develop, typically. Speculation spiraled out of control. And then another bomb dropped. An audio clip believed to be from a private argument between Chrisean and a family member. The voice, sounding strained and defensive, yells, "You think I don't love my son? You think I wouldn't do anything for him?" Another voice responds, "Then why you keep waiting?" Waiting for what? Therapy? Public confirmation. Acceptance. That confrontation reportedly ended with tears and slammed doors. And by the next morning, unfollows began. Cryptic posts.
It
was taking too long. It was taking too long.
What was?
The hernia.
For her to get care?
Yeah, it was taking way too long. I wasn't notified until maybe a week after she had the baby. And then I'm telling her, like, all right. She sent me the picture and I'm looking like, how was this okay for you? Like,
when he posted that, I didn't look at the photo because
put my feet up, yo.
you sent him the photo because what? Like, explain.
Because it's his son, yo. I'm like, he texted my phone about, you doing this, little baby. I'm like, bro, your son is about to go under anesthesia for a big hernia. Can I just at least get a little bit, like, do you care about our son's life right now?
Cryptic posts about fake love and loyalty being tested. The inner circle that once seemed unshakable now looks fractured, but the most explosive twist involves alleged messages tied to Blueface. In resurfaced posts, he previously expressed concern about their son's health, even accusing Chrisean of unhealthy behavior during pregnancy. At the time, many dismissed it as relationship drama. Now those old statements are being dragged back into the spotlight, reframed as warnings. One viral tweet read, "He said something wasn't right a long time ago." Another fired back, "He weaponized a child's health for clout." The battle lines are drawn. Meanwhile, clips from their reality show era are resurfacing, showing chaotic fights, public stress, and moments fans now claim could have contributed to a high-risk pregnancy. Commentators are dissecting everything from diet to emotional trauma. It's messy, it's invasive, it's relentless. And yet, through all the noise, one heartbreaking detail keeps resurfacing. Multiple viewers have pointed out that at nearly 2 years old, her son reportedly struggles with basic motor coordination. Pediatric benchmarks are being posted in threads. Parents of children with special needs are sharing their stories, some offering compassion, others expressing frustration that early signs may have been ignored. Then came the spiritual pivot. In recent weeks, Chrisean Rock has leaned heavily into faith publicly, speaking about transformation and rebirth. Critics are now accusing her of using spirituality as a shield instead of addressing medical realities. One commenter wrote, "Prayer and therapy can coexist." That line went viral in minutes. But here's where the narrative twists again. A source claiming to have access to internal paperwork alleges that vision. Specialists expressed concerns about limited eye tracking months ago. This reignited rumors that her son may be facing partial or significant visual impairment. No official confirmation has been released. No verified medical statement has been made. But the whispers are growing louder. And then the live stream, she appeared briefly. No makeup, eyes swollen, voice shaking. She didn't confirm any diagnosis. She didn't deny it either. She simply said, "Y'all don't know what it's like." The comments section exploded. Some typed prayers, others demanded answers. And then someone off camera whispered something that made her freeze. Mid-sentence, she ended the live immediately. Minutes later, an alleged insider posted cryptically, "It's deeper than delays. Deeper how? Neurological disorder. Genetic condition? Long-term disability? No one knows. But what everyone does know is that this is no longer just gossip about celebrity chaos. This is about a child whose health has become a public battleground. And the pressure is intensifying because advocacy accounts have now entered the chat. Some are calling for privacy and compassion. Others are questioning whether medical care was delayed due to fear of public backlash. A particularly viral thread alleged that early intervention services were recommended but postponed, again unverified. But in the court of public opinion, perception moves faster than proof. Behind the scenes, tensions are reportedly boiling over. Another leaked message from a supposed family member reads, "She didn't think it was that serious. Now it is." That single sentence has been reposted thousands of times. And here's the chilling part. A legal commentator hinted that if it's proven that recommended medical care was intentionally delayed, there could be consequences beyond social media outrage. Consequences that don't trend. Consequences that don't disappear right now. Chrisean Rock stands at the center of a storm unlike anything she's faced before. Not relationship drama. Not internet beef. Not viral fights. This is different. This is heavier. And if the whispers about a more serious underlying diagnosis are true, then what we've seen so far is only the surface. Because according to one final leak that just dropped, there's a recorded phone call, one that allegedly captures the exact moment she heard the full diagnosis explained in detail, and if that recording becomes public, everything changes. The recording wasn't supposed to leave that room, according to multiple online sources. The alleged phone call capturing the moment Chrisean Rock heard the full breakdown of her son's condition was shared privately with someone she trusted. That trust didn't last. Late last night, a 47-second clip began circulating in encrypted group chats before spilling onto mainstream platforms. The voice, shaken and barely above a whisper, repeatedly says, "So, what you saying? Say it clear. Say it clear." Second voice calm, clinical responds with terminology that sent viewers into panic mode. Long-term support, ongoing intervention, uncertain prognosis. Uncertain prognosis. That phrase detonated the internet within an hour. Timelines were flooded with slowed-down edits of the audio. Captions speculating about neurological disorders, vision impairment, developmental syndromes. Amateur lip readers dissected past videos. Self-proclaimed experts posted thread after thread diagnosing from clips. It was chaotic. It was invasive. It was merciless. And then came the confrontation no one saw coming. A source claims that shortly after the leak, Chrisean stormed into a private gathering where she believed the betrayal originated. Witnesses say voices were raised immediately. One person allegedly yelled, "You leaking my baby's business for clout?" Another voice fired back, "You care more about your image than his therapy." Phones were out. Someone was recording. Of course they were. A blurry video from that night shows her pacing, hands shaking, repeating, "I'm doing the best I can." The room feels tense even through the screen. At one point she allegedly screams, "Y'all don't know what the doctors really said." That line sparked a new theory that the public narrative might not even know. Reflect the full medical truth. Because here's the twist: an alleged insider, different from the earlier source, posted a cryptic message this morning. It's not what blogs think. It's more complicated. More complicated how? Some now speculate the diagnosis may involve a rare combination of sensory and motor delays rather than a single defined syndrome. Others believe legal advisors are already involved too. Prevent further leaks of medical information, and hovering over all of it is the shadow of Blueface's old interviews resurfaced where he questioned her prenatal behavior. Critics accuse him of exploiting the situation. Supporters claim he was sounding alarms early. The tension between them is reportedly worse than ever. A supposed text exchange attributed to his camp reads, "He needs stability, not cameras." Her alleged response, "Don't act like you innocent." The internet chose sides instantly. Fans organized hashtag campaigns demanding privacy for the child. Others demanded transparency. Advocacy groups stepped in, reminding everyone that developmental challenges are not scandals. But the louder the calls for compassion became, the louder the gossip machine roared. Then came another alleged leak. This time from someone claiming to have worked with early intervention services. The anonymous post suggested that evaluations may have indicated multiple areas of concern: motor coordination, speech delay, and possible visual processing issues. No official documentation has confirmed this. But in the court of virality, allegations spread faster than facts. And while the blogs debated diagnoses, a more emotional narrative began unfolding. Chrisean, reportedly, slated herself for nearly 24 hours after the recording surfaced. Close contacts say she cycled between anger and devastation. One insider claims she kept repeating, "They turning my pain into content." That line hit differently. Because in a world where every breakdown trends, grief becomes spectacle. But here's where the story shifts again. Late this afternoon, she posted a single image. No caption holding her son close. Comments flooded in. Thousands. Prayers, criticism, support, accusations, empathy. It was a digital battlefield. And buried within the noise was a verified pediatric specialist tweeting broadly about the importance of early action without referencing her directly. The subtext was impossible to ignore. Meanwhile, rumors of potential legal scrutiny intensified. A commentator suggested that if there is evidence of intentionally ignoring medical recommendations, agencies could step in. That speculation alone sent shockwaves through fan communities. Some called it fear-mongering. Others said accountability is not cruelty. Behind the scenes, relationships continue to fracture. The former friend who allegedly leaked the first messages posted another statement. "I tried to help. I got shut out." That single sentence reignited debate over whether concern was mistaken for betrayal. And still, the central truth remains blurred. There has been no official public confirmation of any specific diagnosis. No documented statement from medical professionals. Only fragments, leaks, audio clips, emotional reactions, and a mother at the center of it all. Navigating something no headline can fully capture. But the biggest cliffhanger isn't the diagnosis, it's what happens next. Because sources are now claiming a major sit-down interview is being negotiated. One where she may finally address everything directly. If that happens, it could either silence the speculation or pour gasoline on an already raging fire. Will she confirm developmental challenges? Will she deny the leaks? Will she reveal details that reframe the entire narrative? And what about that full recording? Everyone is whispering about the one longer than 47 seconds. The one insiders claim includes a moment where the clinical voice says something that hasn't yet been aired publicly. If that surfaces, the internet will explode all over again right now. This story stands at a dangerous crossroads between privacy and public curiosity, between compassion and criticism, between truth and rumor. And in the center of it is a child who didn't ask for any of this. The next move could redefine everything, because if there really are more documents, more recordings, more inside witnesses ready to speak, then what we've seen so far may only be the beginning of a much bigger unraveling. If you've made it this far, then you already know this isn't just another celebrity headline you scroll past and forget. This story is still unfolding in real time. Leaks are dropping without warning. Audio is surfacing out of nowhere. Insiders are choosing sides. And at the center of it all is a situation that could shift dramatically with one new statement, one interview, or one confirmed document. The next update could flip everything. Was the diagnosis misunderstood? Was it exaggerated by outsiders? Or is there a deeper layer the public hasn't even seen yet? Because if that full recording drops, if that sit-down interview actually happens, if legal action enters the picture, this conversation is going to explode all over again. And trust me, when it does, you do not want to hear about it late. So right now, hit that like button if you want continued coverage as this develops. Drop your thoughts in the comments, but keep it respectful, because a child is involved and this conversation matters. And most importantly, subscribe and turn on notifications immediately. The algorithm moves fast, but we move faster. The next leak could land any second, and when it does, you'll want to be here. And when it does, you'll want to be here.